He was the most ruthless force the heavyweight division had ever produced, a compact storm of muscle and intent that erased opponents before they could fully understand what they had signed up for. Mike Tyson was not just a boxer, he was a moment in time, a living embodiment of fear, precision, and raw violence distilled into two fists. Inside the ring, there was no safety, no gradual build, no second chances. There was only the sound of leather cracking against bone and the stunned silence that followed. Every walk to the ring felt like a funeral procession for whoever stood across from him, and every bell that rang marked the beginning of something irreversible. When Tyson returned to the spotlight against Peter McNeely, it was chaos from the opening second. McNeely carried bravado like armor, mistaking noise for confidence and courage for invincibility. But Tyson did not care for speeches or hype. He moved forward with that familiar, predatory urgency, closing distance instantly, turning the ring into a trap. The punches came fast, short, and vicious, snapping McNeely back into reality with every impact. It was less a contest and more a reminder that legends do not fade quietly. Tyson painted with violence, each blow deliberate, each moment a demonstration of why his name still commanded dread. That hunger for destruction had been forged years earlier, rooted in vengeance as much as ambition. When Trevor Berbick brutalized an aging Muhammad Ali, it planted something dark and permanent in Tyson's mind. Years later, when Tyson finally stood across from Berbick, it was not merely for a title. It was personal. From the opening bell, Tyson launched himself forward with unrestrained fury, hunting his opponent like prey. Every punch carried intent, every combination screamed purpose. Berbick's legs betrayed him, his body collapsing under the weight of punishment until gravity itself seemed to reject him. Tyson did not just win the championship that night. He delivered justice in the only language he knew. As Tyson's reign continued, challengers arrived with size, speed, and confidence, but they all shared the same flaw. They believed they were different. Tyrell Biggs thought height and reach would solve the puzzle. Early moments suggested a plan, a strategy to keep Tyson at bay. But patterns are death against a predator who studies movement like instinct. Tyson slipped inside, ripped the body, and shattered the illusion of control. Once momentum shifted, it was over. Biggs was broken down piece by piece until the referee stepped in, saving him from something far worse. Then came Razor Ruddock, a true threat with power that could change fights in an instant. The bout unfolded like a war, brutal and unforgiving. Tyson absorbed punishment, felt resistance, and faced moments where the outcome hung in the balance. But champions are revealed under pressure, not comfort. Tyson dug deep, summoned the last of his reserves, and in the seventh round unleashed the combination that ended everything. It was not just a victory, it was proof that even when tested, Tyson's will to dominate remained intact. Giants lined up to challenge him, believing size could tame ferocity. Jose Ribalta tried to smother Tyson with mass, to lean and survive. It only delayed the inevitable. Tyson attacked like a wrecking ball, ripping through defenses, knocking his opponent down, allowing him up, and then finishing the job with ruthless efficiency. The pattern repeated against towering figures like Sammy Scaff, where intimidation dissolved the moment Tyson landed clean. Fear works both ways, and once Tyson touched you, it belonged entirely to him. The peak of his dominance arrived against Michael Spinks, an undefeated champion whose aura dissolved in less than 2 minutes. Tyson stalked him from the first step, ignored resistance, and broke him down with surgical cruelty. One knockdown became 2, and the fight ended before it could even begin. It was boxing reduced to its most primal truth. Timing beats talent, fear beats confidence, and Tyson embodied all of it. Even as years passed and the edges of his prime dulled, flashes of that destructive brilliance still surfaced. Against Clifford Etienne, an older Tyson absorbed shots, waited, and then found the switch. One punch changed everything. The power was still there, dormant but lethal, waiting for the right moment to remind the world. Rivalries fueled his fire. Frank Bruno talked himself into danger, and when the bell rang, Tyson melted muscle and spirit alike. Carl Williams learned that past memories mean nothing against a man who has evolved. Alex Stewart charged forward with his own knockout reputation, only to be overwhelmed and erased. Larry Holmes, the man who humiliated Ali, faced a Tyson driven by hatred and loyalty, and the result was merciless. Each fight added another chapter to the legend, another reason his name still echoes. Even after controversy, suspension, and doubt, Tyson returned against Francois Botha and refused to fade into irrelevance. He weathered adversity, adjusted, and with one perfectly placed punch reclaimed the narrative. It was not just a knockout. It was a declaration that Iron Mike still existed. From Marvis Frazier to Jesse Ferguson to Reggie Gross, the story never truly changed. The bell rang, Tyson advanced, and violence followed. Some lasted seconds, others minutes, but none escaped unchanged. This was not boxing as sport. This was boxing as spectacle, as fear, as controlled destruction. In the end, what you have witnessed is more than a collection of knockouts. It is the rise, reign, fall, and echo of the most terrifying heavyweight the sport has ever known. Mike Tyson was not perfect, not gentle, not forgiving. But he was unforgettable. And his knockouts remain frozen in time, reminders of an era when the ring belonged to one man and one man only. If you felt that surge of nostalgia, that rush that only true boxing history can deliver, make sure to support the channel by hitting like and subscribing. Let us know which fighter, rivalry, or era you want to see explored next, because the stories of boxing never end, and the next legend is always waiting to be remembered.